to have a Riz saga, and then you need to be like the
dude. Don't even.
You're gonna be the side of it.
Riz, man.
We're gonna. What's the word I'm looking for? We're gonna peg you in as the circus monkey.
Pegging? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Okay. So Purity, former Bayo from Smash 4, which is it's nice to see him getting this far in bracket. A lot of the Bayos haven't really translated well into Ultimate, as a lot of people might have predicted.
Yeah, it's no secret.
He's doing good. So, and you know what? Actually, in his defense, I remember before Bayonetta even came out, he was actually a Robin main. Yes. And I remember seeing him do pretty well at locals with Robin. So he's always had a few different characters. I saw him earlier playing Joker, playing Palutena. So we'll see.
That helmet looks so stupid.
That helmet looks like it doesn't. It looks like it's hacked into the game. Like it doesn't look like it's supposed to even be there. Like it's not official release.
Oh, gone is the Bayonetta though, and here is the
Palutena.
Yeah, I did not know that Purity had a Palutena. From what I've seen, he's been playing primarily. I mean,
if you have an A button on your controller, you have a Palutena. So.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
My Palutena helped me and Adamus get 65th at Genesis. Yeah. So I mean, that character kind of nice. But Riz, going to war here with me Swordsman, low key a really, really good character. Like I think this character is still like criminally underrated.
Yeah.
And I feel like I think the kit's like very one-dimensional for Sword Fighter, but that one dimension is still really, really good.
Yeah. I mean, right now he's gonna have a hard time though. I feel like this matchup can be very difficult because Palutena shuts down me Sword Fighter's biggest neutral tool, which is the Tornado.
Yes.
And she doesn't really have to worry about it. She can kind of get around it easily, and she has Reflect. So you've seen Riz hasn't done one yet since the match started. And he's just spent the whole time in disadvantage against probably the best advantage state in the game. And drop down Nair there, almost taking the stock, and Explosive Flame.
Yeah, unfortunately for Riz, he just kind of got drifted into that one. He was all out of resources to where he'd be able to probably drop down low and recover, because these swordsman fighters like Hero Spin, really not as good as you'd think.
Right.
Like, it's a great killing move. Vertical height, though, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
But
I actually want to see Riz use the Tornado more because, I mean, even though, Palutena does technically have the tools to avoid it, like, I want you to, wait until the player shows you that they know what they're doing. Don't just not use it. But yeah, I mean, oh my God, that was another Explosive Flame. He stalled there and jumped and just got up aired anyway.
Yeah, so
using the Reflect as a stall, but down throw up air, I think that only worked because Purity DI'd in.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
And also for Purity, like his movement's really on point his entire set. You've seen a lot of platform cancel back airs coming out from him, and he's obviously been doing a really good job keeping Riz in disadvantage, utilizing all the resources that Palutena has. Because Palutena, if we're talking about one dimension, she's pretty like straightforward. Like you know what to expect. It's going to be a steady diet of neutral air, forward air, and explosive flames in disadvantage.
Right.
But it's still really, really good. He's been doing at least a good job, like not keeping his combo chart very fluent.
Yeah, and Riz I feel like Riz is a little more comfortable now, but he's just, his biggest problem has been that once he was in disadvantage, it was really hard for him to get out. I mean, getting around that Nair is really hard, and now he's going to have to deal with Explosive Flame. But yeah, he makes it back. Let's see, the neutral is that is a punish.
Yep.
And I think he DI'd in again there, but did not die to the up air this time.
Good shot. I like the intent of the neutral right there, but Purity, again, just really smart being able to cough that out. Almost had the read right there. It looks like he was maybe trying to feint a back air from Riz, but the Hero Spin out.
Let's go. And that would have covered roll as well, so he kind of had to jump or get up attack there, but Riz was holding shield. All right. Yeah. So I think Riz figured that out a little too late. Like the first stock, he kind of just got like 0 to death basically, but he figured it out. I feel like if he sticks to the me Sword Fighter, we'll see this maybe turn around in game 2.
Yeah. It looks like, like you said, it looks like he was starting to figure it out near the end, but when you're treading water the entire set, it's like really hard to get yourself back into it, especially because he was down 3 stocks to 1 already. Like, yeah. That's what I mean, like, being able to keep things close is like very, very important. But
yeah, and me Sword Fighter, not a bad character by any means, but, again, like, it feels like his neutral is it's hard for him to play neutral in that matchup, and again, Palutena, best advantage state, in my opinion, in the game. Like, she can go deep, she can go far, she can go high, she can go anywhere. When you're getting hit by that character, you can just get 0 to death. There's, like, no blind spot. She is, she's arguably the best in the game right now for a reason. Oh, wow. And Riz taking it to Smash 4, where this character destroyed Palutena, and we're about to see
but
what happens. Riz smiling on the player cam there.
Yeah, and to the theme of Last Surprise from Persona 5. And as we get a look at Omega Mementos.
Man, I am so excited to see this because Riz's Sheik was so good. He was one of the best Sheiks of all time, man.
I am too, but we'll see how things translate over. And but the big thing there is forward air.
Forward air. That move, newly buffed forward air, new and improved.
So in the past, like if you want to connect forward air with Sheik, it most likely always have to be a falling forward air. Now you can do rising forward air like you could in 4. It doesn't have the same range as it did in the past, although it's still something to work with. I feel like it is enough to maybe get Sheik back into the viability category. I think so.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but right now Riz is at least keeping things much closer than he did in the first set.
Yeah, he's just taking control here, and that's the biggest thing is that in the last game, it was hard for him to win neutral and take control of the set. Oh, man. And yeah, but Sheik gets in there. Sheik has always been hard for Palutena. Maybe still is. I'm not sure because we don't see a lot of Sheiks anymore, but...
Yeah,
the biggest thing is getting off that ledge and getting around those freaking back airs, man. That back air is really annoying to deal with.
I feel like the big thing here is that Palutena now has like buttons to like deal with Sheik.
Wow, Riz with that tipper down to up air. That might have killed on if it was a little further in percent.
Yeah, you see him still putting the work in. It looks like Riz has definitely been, practicing the character at the very least. I honestly forget how strong Sheik's pummel is now, but there we go. The up air catching the air dodge, and Riz striking first blood.
All right, Purity answering back really aggressive with that in there, immediately off the invincibility platform. Oh, but that's a back throw. That is definitely death.
That looked like that was an accidental buffer air dodge or something. But,
right.
Riz has definitely made it very apparent that he has issues with the buffer system like most people do in this game.
Right.
But here comes the pain.
Yeah, nair. Let's see. Okay, so, Purity's kind of going to have to figure this one out, I feel like. I mean, not many people have played a lot of Sheiks. But he's doing good right now. And oh, man.
That was very nice.
Yeah,
Big
that was...
damage.
Oh, man, that up smash was a perfect F smash. Calling out that bouncing fish.
Gets the trade. Unfortunately, going to miss the grab right there. Probably trying to go for those raw back airs. That's usually guaranteed with bad DI in. Just trying to generate, a little bit more offense right now. Has himself down in the percent category.
Man, just whiffing a forward tilt and then turning around with another forward tilt and still hitting him. That's the Sheik special, man. It's like, hey, man, I can whiff moves and still frame trap you.
Ooh, but accidentally dashing into the explosive flame, and wow.
Yeah, and see, the thing is that you want to either be really far away from Palutena or 2 character lengths away. Because when you're in that middle range, she gets the explosive flame, you like that. So, we'll see if Riz can close out this stock. I mean, Purity with a pretty good lead here. It's really hard to bring it back on Palutena, man. She can...
Yeah, man.
This invincible dash attack, invincible back air.
Especially because she has, a great defensive tools now.
Right.
She can obviously get in your face and, hit combo you across the stage for, 40-50% at a time. But she also has great tools to camp with like you said, invincible back air, invincible dash attack.
Yeah, nair out of shield. Oh, man. Man, that up air almost taking the stock at 79 after the hit.
Yeah.
But Purity's doing a great job in advantage. I mean, once he hits Riz, he gets a lot out of it. He's not actually getting hit. He's not hitting with a lot of straight hits. This might be it. No. That back air.
Yeah, that's not strong.
That's not a Ness back air, man.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Where's the hit? Can I see the hitbox on that?
Hitting from the side right there. And Riz has to be careful not to jump into these explosive flames, man.
Ooh. He's really not going to be able to get much out of that.
Oh, wow. And Duquette, that was really good because he almost just got back aired immediately. And that forward tilt really just stuffing out that back air. All right. And Purity just has to play very safe right now and just
he's one solid
let Sheik run into these big hitboxes. All right, Riz with that new and improved back air.
Ooh, that could have been really dangerous.
Yes. Wow, almost dying off of the last hit of Nair from the middle of the stage.
Schiller, almost enough.
And back air.
There we go. So once again, a JV2 coming out from Purity as he goes up 2-0 here on Riz. And again, the Palutena, Purity proving that he's not a one-trick pony. Like you said, a lot of former Bayonetta mains were having a lot of trouble transitioning over.
Right.
But, there's been a handful that have been able to still put in results.
Right.
Obviously, Geist is one that comes to mind from Ohio.
Right.
Tamim, before he stepped away, was still a Bayonetta that was performing well.
Yeah, Zach is doing great. Zach is probably the one that does the best.
Yeah, even though Zach nowadays...
Salem. What are we talking about?
And Salem hasn't really played much Bayonetta since the game came out. But Purity on a local level and has been doing really, really well. As you can see here today, he's got himself here at a guaranteed 5th place at the very least.
Yeah.
Looking for more, though, as we go right back here to Omega Mementos.
Yeah, I mean, the platforms are really helpful for Palutena because these up airs will just never end. So this might be a really good stage from Riz. What I want to see more of is Riz is not really using needles at all. And he kind of should, like, the needles can at least, you know, stuff out some of her stuff and maybe force her to approach. But he's also never in the lead, really. Purity's been doing a great job of just, like, staying in the lead and just getting way more out of every advantage that he gets.
Yeah, and I feel like also, I feel like the fear of reflecting, like, might come into mind for Riz. But at the same time, you know, if having needles reflected versus having tornado reflected are, like, very, very different. Ooh, that might be death.
Oh, wow, and Purity trying to just hit him with that up air from right over the ledge like that, just getting back here immediately, stage bite.
Yeah, and Riz finds himself in the lead for the first time in his entire set. So that's going to be huge. Whether or not he's going to be able to extend it, that's another thing. Palutena's, again, has plenty of buttons to be able to close a deficit out. So.
Yeah. One of the things that I want Riz to catch up to is that Purity has just been honestly only hitting him and winning neutral, punishing and calling out all of Riz's jumps because he knows he wants to fair and nair. And if he stays a little bit more grounded, he'll probably be doing a lot better. I mean, if you notice, he's just nairing in place sometimes and Riz is jumping into it. Wow, ballsy up B just onto the stage.
All set up by a ballsy, like, single needle.
Yeah, that was magical.
Definitely caught Purity asleep at the wheel right there. But the up tilt's enough to get the job done.
Again, running into hitboxes. Like, I want to see Riz be turtle a little bit more because he's just walking into hitboxes, and that's how he's getting hit now.
Yeah, man, without a doubt. So Purity once again back in at least in the advantage out of things ledge-wise, but still down in percent. Very nice evasion of the auto reticle right there, but still gonna eat a couple of neutral layers for his pain.
Yeah, okay, and let's see, I want to see Riz really do well at the ledge here, but no, he just tried to gamble it all on that up smash and just let Palutena off the ledge for free. I think he's getting a little impatient, and Purity's just playing solid, but Riz has the lead, and he is winning, and that grenade, I mean, honestly, I don't know if she would have made that angle anyway,
I think Purity
but the grenade definitely pulled her back, too.
Yeah, I think Purity was definitely trying to jump out of that nair bouncing fish confirm, and Palutena's up B, like, while really good at vertical height-wise, it doesn't have much drift to the left or right. She kind of falls like a rock.
Right.
So that's 2 stocks taken so far from, miffed recoveries from Purity. But Riz, again, setting them up into these situations.
Oof. And that's a tricky situation, man, because honestly, it might just be better sometimes to just whiff the grab on block, man. Sometimes it's like you're already at the ledge and now he's behind you. That F smash guaranteed gonna kill.
Yep.
All right, and Purity's not. This isn't out of the reach for Purity. I mean, a few nairs, and the damage is going to be even. And plus, it's going to be way easier for him to kill Sheik than for Sheik is to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. But I do like that Riz is kind of utilizing these, like those underused specials we've been talking about with needles and grenade. Once again, now Purity has Riz on the ledge again, but able to find respite.
Yeah, great evasion there from Riz. Purity was definitely looking for that back air, and Riz just chose to go high. Oh, man. I want to see him punish more of those with maybe bouncing fish. I think that could have worked there, but... and that'll be it. Oh, man, he just missed that one fair. If he was just a little closer, that whole situation would have been different. But good awareness from Purity to see, like, hey, not only did I just live, I can actually just kill him right now with this down air.
Yeah. Again, great job of treading water from Purity as he's able to move on there, and that will be a 5th place finish there for Riz.
The resurrection of Riz cut short by purification.
Yeah, he's been freed.
North Jersey been purified, bro.
Yeah, man. It still warms my heart to see Riz playing again today. I know life's kind of caught up with you when you get a little bit older.
Yes.
Riz has a job now, and like you see, he wasn't a huge fan of the game when it came out, like a few people was. So even if it was only for one tournament, I don't know if he's gonna. He's even said himself he doesn't know if he's gonna he doesn't even know if he said if the changes are enough to seriously compete again.
I mean, he was looking in really good form.